NBC Palm Springs.
Show Her the Money is a new documentary showing why women are shut out of the venture capital world, receiving less than 2% of available funding. The documentary showcases the personal stories of exceptional women, including actress Sharon Gless and the creator and producer of the show, Her the Money, Catherine Gray. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much
Hi,
for
Mary.
being here.
Thank you for having us.
So, Catherine, tell me a little bit about how you got the idea and why a documentary on this particular topic.
Well, you know, I stepped into that venture capital world and realized that there was a story here that nobody was telling. And that is that women were getting only 2% of venture capital. And every time I'd mention it to somebody, they'd be shocked. And so I was like, we have to make a movie about this, because you can talk to people about venture capital, but they don't really know what it is. But if you do a fascinating storytelling kind of approach, then people learn what it is, and then it makes it digestible to understand and be fascinated with it, because it impacts the world, venture capital. Women can't be shut out of it because we have so many ideas and innovations that need to see the light of day that will impact, you know, our lives in the future. So it's very important.
And Sharon, you're in the film. You were
Briefly.
on Cagney and Lacey.
I was.
It was the first series with two female leads, correct?
The first dramatic, first hour series starring two women.
And you were the highest paid women in television at the time, correct?
At the time, it never occurred to us to ask what the men were making. But it did change the history of television for women.
How has that changed since then?
Well, now you see women's roles. Not everybody's playing the hooker and the secretary. I mean, you know, the roles have broadened.
Mm-hmm. And how did you get involved together?
Well, my best friend, Dawn LaFrida, is one of the women featured in this show, beautifully featured. And she brought me to what I call a pitch fest. And I met Catherine. And I sat and watched women pitch to other women, women who were financially fortunate. And they were listening to these women who needed a step up. Mm-hmm. And I was totally knocked out by this experience.
I remember you saying, you know, I've kind of lost hope in the world. And now this gives me hope that all these brilliant women are coming up with these ideas and innovations.
Oh, it was fantastic.
And that we have an opportunity to take a film out on the road on a 50-city tour and educate women and men about, you know, venture capital. What is it? Why is it so important to us? And how do we become part of it, either as an investor or as a woman seeking funding?
And why do you think it's only 2% getting funded? What do you, is it just that the topic isn't well known, or what are your thoughts?
Well, I did a TED Talk about that. It's called Fund Women, Save the World. And it's about how people tend to invest in people they identify with. So if it's all Caucasian men at the table listening to the pitches of these women, they don't really identify with them. So we need women, BIPOC, LGBTQ people sitting at that decision-making table, deciding who gets the funding. And that's what the 50-city tour is about. We're educating women and men who want to help women about how important it is they diversify their portfolio into venture capital. But they come to the movie walking out understanding what venture capital is.
Got it.
Yeah.
And Show Her the Money. This is the second stop on the 50-city tour, correct?
Yes, 50-city global tour.
And it's going to be airing tonight at the Palm Springs Cultural Center at 6 o'clock.
Yes, we will be there.
That's right. We
Dawn
will be
LaFrida
there.
And the rest of the crew.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you want to see it, you can head over to the Palm Springs Cultural Center tonight at 6 o'clock. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate
Thank you for having us.
And we'll be right back.